Episode 9 is set to include many different surprises as well as twists and turns by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing I will say that I'm really looking forward to seeing in this movie has all to do with exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to treat the character of Luke Skywalker that will be portrayed by Mark Hamill once more in this film. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Mark Hamill and a sequence that was shot over at Pinewood and Cardington. Specifically, it's described that Mark Hamill shot a sequence that was described to be one of the flashback sequences. It is said that it was filmed over at Cardington and Pinewood, where Hamill was wearing a black robe and was standing on a set that had lots of sand. It's described that in front of Mark there was a lot of wreckage with fire as well as stormtroopers. It's described that one of the sequences involved Hamill to raise his arm to emulate himself using the Force. It's described that the CG to replace the green screen in front of Hamill will involve a falling Star Destroyer that eventually hits the surface of the desert world, which is likely to be Jakku. It's described to be one of the big action sequences for Luke Skywalker in Episode 9. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we heard about this lightly, I would say, back in September of 2018, that there would be a sequence very much like this, an original concept for The Last Jedi that never made it to the final cut of that movie. Now, with Mark Hamill reprising his role as Luke Skywalker for the final and last time here, this is a big deal for the Skywalker saga. In your point of view, would this really make up for what actually let you down in The Last Jedi involving the character of Luke? Now, I will say one thing, is that we do know that there is something going on in the plot of Episode 9 involving the planet of Jakku. And we also know that Luke Skywalker is going to have one or two big action sequences in Episode 9 in order for J.J. Abrams to get his own take on Luke Skywalker being the Jedi Master that a lot of hardcore fans around the world really do love and are really in tune with. So when we look at Episode 9, the fact that Mark Hamill is actually going to have a sequence as big as this, the fact that one of the sequences filmed at both Pinewood and Cardington separately involved Hamill standing on a lot of sand on a desert world in front of a green screen in which a lot of wreckage was used on the actual set, and a lot of stormtroopers, a lot of different extras dressed up as troopers, and the green screen will be filled in and replaced with a falling Star Destroyer. So you can really see where J.J. Abrams is trying to go with this movie. He's actually trying to make Luke Skywalker the Jedi Master that everybody loves and that they actually wanted to see in Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Now, mind you, if you guys like The Last Jedi, that is perfectly fine and okay and all. I do have my problems with the movie. I feel like that they should have added in more action sequences for the character of Luke. Personally, I think that he should have deflected the blaster fire at the AT-ATs in that movie. It would have been amazing and stunning, and just something directly out of Dark Empire's comic line. So going into Episode 9 here, though, this whole entire sequence involving Mark Hamill is considered to be one of the two big action scenes in Episode 9. Now, JJ is really trying to make this movie action-packed, and it's going to be basically a Star Wars movie that's going to go out with a bang. It's really going to have a lot of different elements from the comics, the EU, legends, as well as making Luke Skywalker a character, a type of character that we have never seen before in the Skywalker saga, giving us flashbacks and filling in the storylines here and there in between the sequels and the originals. So the planet of Jakku, I definitely do believe that it's going to be a significant part of this story, because we do know that they filmed over in Wadi Rum, which is based over in Jordan, for a total of 3 to 4 months, and that whole entire area actually served as 2 different planets. Now, it's most likely going to be Tatooine and, of course, also Jakku in Episode 9. Now, what I would like to honestly believe here is that Jakku is more than just a normal planet that is essentially Tatooine 2.0. I believe what JJ is going to do is going to add something more special about that planet. Secrets that that planet actually holds. We do know that in the books, Empire's End and Aftermath and whatnot, you do learn a whole lot more about the planet Jakku and the secrets that it holds. So the Battle of Jakku, this is most likely the Battle of Jakku that Mark Hamill acted in which he was actually using the Force, alright, emulating himself using the Force against the Green green screen, in which it's going to be filled in with a falling Star Destroyer, where there was a lot of wreckage on set, fire, and even stormtroopers. Alright, extras dressed as stormtroopers running around, while Hamill actually did this act. So, we do know that Mark Hamill shaved his beard off for some of the sequences, and this most likely is going to be the same exact sequence in which he does this. Anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.